Two friends took a selfie one evening inside their truck. Later, while checking their photos, they noticed something strange. Behind them, a creepy face appeared. They were sure no one was there. They were in the middle of nowhere, and it was completely dark outside. They still have no way to explain it. Could it be an animal? A ghost? What does it look like to you? The image still creeps them out. A man was at Verona Beach State Park with his girlfriend. It was late, so they headed out along Sterling Road, a narrow route winding through the woods. But their headlights caught something strange, so they stopped and started recording. When they zoomed in, a pale shape seemed to be crouched and moving on all fours. They couldn't figure out what it was, so they posted the video online. Some say it looks like the rake, while others think it might just be a deer seen from an odd angle. Whatever it was, they had no idea. But the feeling it left was enough to make them drive on and find another place to camp that night. YouTube creator Rody lived in his 2003 Tacoma with a camper shell. One night, while driving home, he pulled into a quiet parking lot to get some sleep. Around 1:30 a.m., he woke up to the sound of footsteps circling his truck. Through the tinted glass, he could see a man, taking pictures, probably of his license plate. The stranger didn't look like security, and he clearly had no idea someone was inside the vehicle. Moments later, a flashlight beam cut across the windows. Rody slammed his hand against the glass, and the man bolted, vanishing between the parked cars. Later, Rody noticed his door wasn't completely shut, which might explain why the man was inspecting the truck. It probably looked like an easy target.
Real quick, look at my door right here, and you'll notice it's a little bit cracked open. And so I think what happened is I forgot to, I didn't forget, but I just didn't close it all the way when I went to bed. And so it was locked, but it was still not totally closed all the way. So this is kind of how my door was. You can see it's closed. There's a little gap. And it's locked. You're not going to get in there. But it's definitely noticeable from the side and everything.
That night made him decide never to sleep in random parking lots again. A man in Brazil was sitting in his truck at night when he noticed a figure standing near a building. At first, he thought it was just someone waiting around, but after a while, it looked different. He couldn't make out any details, so he started filming the shape. When a bike passed by, its headlight shone directly on the figure. Instead of reflecting, the light went straight through, and the figure vanished instantly. Right before it disappeared, the man realized the figure had no head. That was enough for him to leave quickly. In late autumn 2022, Josh, a solo van lifer, spent his last day of his trip in Minnesota. He found a quiet campsite along Lake Superior, miles from any town, and cut off from cell service. The place was empty. As darkness settled, Josh built a fire and cooked burgers. The temperature dropped, and the forest turned silent. Then, this happened.
Do you guys hear that? Okay, my camera battery just died. I have no idea what that was. It's gotta be a deer. Right? What would be walking through a lake? Is that a bird? Huh. Well, I think I'm gonna pack up and get inside the van. Okay, y'all, so I'm in the van. I literally have no idea what was out in the water. It sounded like it had legs and it was walking through the water. Yeah, it can have fun out there.
Josh didn't sleep that night. By sunrise, he packed up and left, and never returned. In 2015, while camping near Kaikoura, New Zealand, a camper tried to stargaze through the van window. Instead, they came face to face with this: a large spider clinging to the glass. The camper never identified the species, though some say it looked like a poor hot hele. But imagine finding that. Would you even dare to leave your camper? These friends were driving to their next destination along the Kerala highway in India, but their peaceful ride was soon interrupted by something terrifying. On the side of the road stood a lone figure, dressed in a white gown, holding a small light, staring silently into the dark fields. It didn't move, it didn't react, even as the car passed just a few feet away. Were they frozen in shock? Had they just done something sinister? The remote location and late hour made the encounter all the more unsettling. For 3 years, YouTuber No Limit Van Life lived in a stealth camper. One day in October 2023, he decided to check the security footage from the night before. That's when he realized how close he'd come to a terrifying experience.
When I'm checking my cameras, my security cameras, I can't see what's happening live. So while I was checking the cameras, might have been when he came back. He might have been out there. Oh man, what would I even do? I do have a plan. In those moments, you forget plans. Right flashlight for my mountain bike, it's small. Pepper spray. Actually, what I have is Presidia gel. It's supposed to be better than pepper spray. He's looking in those windows. I'll pop out through my partition, wave at him in the window, and then what?
Hey, buddy.
I haven't gotten past that. The other thought is to open the side door, pop out there with the pepper spray and the flashlight, and the camera. I've always wanted to make pepper spray, camera, stun gun, everything all in one. Stun gun, that's what I need to get.
In the middle of the night, a man had been peeking into his van. Fortunately, the stranger never tried to break in. He just looked around and eventually drove off. A camper was walking through the woods when he started feeling like someone was following him. He pulled out his camera to film and tried to leave quickly. Each time he stopped and turned around, he claimed to see a figure standing in the fog, watching him. When he finally made it back to his van, he left the area right away. People online wonder if it was a stalker, or maybe Bigfoot. In May 2021, YouTuber Montana Dana set out on a solo van trip across the Southwest. As she drove through Arizona and California, her plan was simple: to explore, rest, and enjoy the freedom. But instead of peace, this happened.
No, but seriously, where is the creep magnet in this van? Because I need to have it removed. There is a guy literally yelling at me and waving. Yeah, you see this? Go fuck yourself. He's like waving for me to go over there. I'm taking pictures of flowers, you dumb fuck. Does that ever work for that guy? Like, does he wave a girl down on the street? Like, literally, you're gonna turn around and come over here and bother me, dude. Seriously? No, guys, don't do that. So fucking annoying. I didn't even acknowledge him. I heard someone whistling and hollering and hooting. And dude, what is wrong with you? Seriously, am I gonna have to leave filming flowers in the middle of the day because some creepy dude? No.
She found herself facing unwanted attention from men almost everywhere she stopped. Ordinary places, beaches, markets, parking lots suddenly felt uncomfortable and unsafe.
I've been having issues with creepy people like the last 3 or 4 days. Maybe I need to like stop talking about it and putting that energy out. But like what the actual... It's so annoying. Yesterday when I was filming, a guy drove by 3 times, left me his card, whatever. But then another guy, to come protect me, like pulled out a blade. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Not really. You have a blade out." It's so fucking annoying. I just want to like live in peace and not have to deal with creepy individuals. I'm so annoyed with the having to piss situation. I'm very annoyed with it. Like, I don't want to go to this sketchy ass gas station. It's really annoying traveling alone right now. It's really annoying. Like, some people are like, oh, you're so fiercely independent. I'm like, no, I'm like doing this out of necessity. The whole point of doing this trip, it's like something I've always imagined doing with a partner. And it hasn't happened. And my lease was coming to an end. And you know what? Just in this transitional phase. And I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it for me. I'm not going to wait for the right person or the right timing or anything like that.
Sadly, the trip became a harsh reminder of how lonely and unsafe solo travel can feel for a woman. A woman was filming herself on her trip when suddenly this happened.
God.
It almost seemed as if the bird was aiming straight for her eye. Luckily, she stepped back just in time. But can anyone explain this bird's behavior? A photographer sent his drone gliding over a mountain range, hoping to capture nothing more than quiet, sweeping landscape shots. But then, on a barren slope, he noticed 9 people standing in a circle. Moments later, another figure entered the frame, dragging something that looked horrifyingly like a body bag. He had counted 9 before, yet 2 figures broke from the circle and ran off. Only 1 came back. As the drone continued recording, more people began emerging from the tree line. Some ran, others moved slowly, searching, or maybe hunting for something unseen. The uploader never revealed his identity, but he shared the footage online, asking for opinions. No one knows if he ever filed a report. A Reddit user went camping with friends and their families. One night, they made a small torch from moss and sap and joked about a sacrifice. But then, the forest went completely silent. At the end of the week, while they were playing a game, the friend's dad suddenly fired his gun. A sharp scream echoed through the woods. He claimed he'd seen a tall figure, almost 7 feet, with glowing green eyes. The next morning, the user found strange stick symbols behind their tent, including one shaped like a pentagram on a tree. No one knew who put them there or why, but they weren't there before. That night has never left their memory. In November 2021, YouTuber Chelsea Maxine went on her first solo road trip, right around Halloween. But as the sun began to set, anxiety started to creep in.
I feel like part of me felt like it should just stay in the car all the way to my destination and then only get out there. And that's how I've been living. I've been living very cautious, overly cautious. I will be okay by myself. This is really freaking me out. But I can do it. It'll be okay.
She still had hours to drive, needed gas, and hadn't figured out where she'd be sleeping that night. While sitting at a gas station, this happened. She quickly drove off, but a car seemed to be following her. Nervous, she decided to pull over, but it didn't end there.
This guy is literally on my butt. I just had to pull over because this guy was riding my butt and I couldn't freaking see anything anywhere, so I just had to pull over and let him pass me. Literally all the way down the road. And I just keep picturing that movie. I can't remember the name of it right now. I don't even want to say the name of it right now, even if I do remember it. I'm over here. I just pulled into this church really quick.
Later, while editing her footage, Chelsea noticed something she hadn't seen before. A light flickering in the window of the church. And soon after, she heard this.
What was that? Noise in my God.
When she started driving again, she noticed this.
Like, you guys, he's right there again. The same freaking truck. At least he's kind of backing off now. I don't know. He's still really close, but he was just on my butt. And I just really don't like it. And I don't like that he was pulled over. It'll all be fine. I'm just not gonna pull over or stop anywhere. I really have to pee though. But I'm not about to stop at a gas station because this whole situation is just sketch to me right now. Like I said though, it's probably just me freaking out because it's my first trip alone.
What would you do in that situation? Fortunately, nothing bad happened to her that night, but it's an experience she'll never forget. Reddit user The Neato Mosquito shared a disturbing story from a camp where he and his co-workers work. A few nights ago, around 1 AM, they were on top of the hill next to camp, having a smoke and talking about all the creepy things that had happened there. He mentioned how last year he'd heard blood-curdling screams coming from that same hill around 3 AM, and when he looked outside, along with several others, he saw a tall white figure walking away before disappearing behind the hill. Several people have reported hearing those same screams for over 10 years. The next day, while looking back through photos they'd taken that night, they noticed something in the background. A large humanoid figure, captured on multiple devices. They're still shaken, realizing they weren't alone that night. It was too big to be human and completely silent. What was it? A man went into the forest with his 2 Rottweilers. After some time, they reached a river hidden deep in the woods. He settled there for a while, letting the dogs wander and play along the tree line. But then, they came running back.
What was it, girls? Get you? Did you guys hear that, though? Yeah. Possible Wendigo. Sounds like a couple.
The dogs were clearly scared, ears pinned, tails tucked. The sound that had frightened them was loud and unnatural, unlike anything he had ever heard in the woods before. In 2024, Jamie, a solo camper, stopped along Ped's Way in Norfolk to spend the night. The area was empty, cold and silent. While making dinner, he heard this.
I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. I can hear all sorts of weird singing going on in those woods. I think I'm gonna cook my tea and fuck. That's weird singing woods. Road. Pedders Way. JB, Base Camp 1.
Strange singing from the woods. It wasn't music, just eerie, distant voices that made him uneasy. He went inside his van and locked the door. Later that night, he noticed a light moving between the trees. It wasn't a car.
Just got out of the van to have a piss. What the fuck is that? There's a light in the bloody woods now. I'll tell you what, fuck this.
It drifted slowly, as if someone or something was walking through the forest. Without waiting to find out, Jamie started his van and drove away, leaving the place behind. Jody and Joe were traveling through Wales in their van. After a long day exploring valleys and fixing the van, they parked for the night. Around 4 AM, Joe suddenly woke to the sound of the back door opening.
It's 4 a.m, and I've just been woken up by some guy opening the back door. I've no idea if he drilled it and I was in a deep sleep. I open my eyes and there's a guy staring me in the face. I just shouted at the guy and said, "What the I shut the back door and locked it, but yeah, now I'm just up and looking out the window nervously. And he just calmly backed away and walked up the road and just disappeared like it was nothing. So dangerous.
A man stood there, calmly looking inside. When Joe shouted, the intruder didn't panic. He simply backed away, walked up the road, and vanished into the darkness. The next morning, they checked the lock.
That should lock the van, but I don't think it is.
It still makes the sound, but it doesn't turn red. So let's try locking it.
This is how we got in. We didn't lock it properly.
But I pressed lock.
Someone had clearly tried the door in the middle of the night, searching for a chance. They installed a deadbolt later. Luckily, that night, they came through unharmed. While camping, someone filmed this video after spotting a large dog-like animal while driving. As it came closer, its size looked far beyond that of a normal wolf. The person posted it online, still in disbelief over what they'd seen, hoping someone could explain it. Many believe the creature could be the Wa'ila, a giant wolf from northern legends said to roam the Arctic wilderness. It's described as dark-furred and much larger than any known species. Watching the video, it's hard not to wonder if this might be one of those rare sightings. Beth was on a solo van trip through Tennessee with her cat Apollo when a violent storm hit.
So I guess the storm has officially hit, and I'm gonna know pretty soon if I have any leaks. Oh my gosh, that thunder feels like it's shaking the van. Is this storm bigger than what my weather app is showing, or maybe I'm unfamiliar with Tennessee storms to know that this is gonna be worse? I do think I'm gonna move here in a minute up a little bit to get off of this lake area as much because of flooding. I don't want to be stuck in.
Then she spotted another camper nearby.
Back where I was, then I just moved from over there. A car came in. They just got stuck. They're rocking the van back and forth in reverse and trying to push it out. I'm gonna go out and see if they need any help. I'm putting my boots on. I'm gonna go see if those guys need help. I at least have a shovel that they can use, but they are stuck down where I was. Big shovel, but it's something that can help them hopefully. I'm gonna see if they can use it. I was down here earlier, but with the rain, it was so bad I had to move because I was worried I was gonna get I don't have a big shovel, but
Shortly after, tornado warnings began.
Okay guys, here's the situation. I just got active tornado warning on my phone. I can hear it. It's scary.
If you're just now tuning in, we do have one storm that we're watching right now that has a tornadic that's coming up towards Stringford. Really need you guys to take shelter from that already.
I need to hear what he's saying on here. Oh my gosh.
As we watch this storm come together here, we've also got a continued tornado warning for Morgan and Scott counties in Tennessee.
Using a storm chaser's live stream, she tracked the tornado's path and waited in the dark.
Oh gosh, I just got the warning on this saying that I have a tornado warning. Okay, well we actually have a warning here. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. I don't have a substantial shelter around me. So I just got an alert on my phone that says to take cover immediately. I'm in my van, there's nowhere to take cover, and there are no bathrooms or anything here. It's a little bit freaky actually. Oh my gosh, the lightning. Oh, that thunder is so bad. I know, it's okay, Paula. It's okay, shh. Well, there's nowhere to actually like take cover at all because I'm in a freaking van in the middle of the woods. The lightning is insane right now. Okay, it's coming. I can hear it. It's coming right now. tornado warning. It's just like popping up all over on my phone right now. Like, what the heck do you do in these situations when you're in the woods? You don't have any...
By morning, she learned the storm had destroyed her cousin's home in Missouri.
Sad news. My grandma grew up in Arkansas and my granddad in Bakersfield, Missouri. Well, I guess a tornado hit down in Bakersfield last night, and my grandma's cousins, who are elderly, they're in their 80s, like my grandma, they lost their house last night, their barn, all of their outbuildings. They're safe. They had a cellar that they were able to get to, but man, it's just a reminder of how powerful these storms are and how much they really affect people. But it's just heartbreaking. It's a reality of how severe and dangerous these storms really are. My heart is just going out to them this morning and anybody else that the storms last night affected. You know, if you're a praying person, if you could just keep that family in your prayers and any others affected by this storm. I'm gonna head out right now, and I really appreciate you guys following along. This adventure has definitely been a mixed one. There's been some good and some lows on it, but I'm really thankful to share them with you.
Luckily, they survived, but the night left her shaken, realizing how close disaster had come. Lisa, also known as Lost Renegades, a solo traveler living out of her van, parked at a Cracker Barrel lot in the Pacific Northwest for her final night before an early flight. She was tired after a long day of hiking and just wanted to rest when this happened.
A ghost story that is, like, ridiculous. It has been an insanely long day. I'm tired. I'm ready to go see my boys. I have an early flight tomorrow. I'm gonna drop off this van at 7. Yeah, I'm ready to go back. I think that this trip was so much that I needed, right? Is someone knocking right now? Oh, am I really getting the knock right now? Just open the... I have to be at the airport really early in the morning. Do you know somewhere close by that I can... where those trucks are?
Where the trucks are, and that little road that goes right...
I just have to put a few things away, and then I will be out of here. I've been knocked on. Okay. I gotta get out of here. This is the first Cracker Barrel that I've ever been kicked out of. Okay, I gotta go move. He gave me a nice spot though. My trip now feels complete. I wasn't expecting to be kicked out of a spot by myself. And feels the exact same as when I'm kicked out with Charlie in the van. I'm just ready to go to bed now.
Luckily, it turned out to be nothing scary, and she was able to find another spot to park. The creator behind Pandemonium lived in her RV with her dog Mumu and travelled across the US. One night she parked at a quiet campsite that seemed safe, but after midnight she woke up to loud screaming nearby.
So not sure if y'all can hear, but I'm not sure if he's drunk or he's just mentally unwell. But there's a guy just walking through base camp cussing. I mean, like, severely cussing. You probably can hear him. He's also kind of not making any sense. It's kind of freaky, weird, and creepy. Yeah, did you hear that crazy guy screaming?
Do you have your camera?
Huh?
Do you have your camera?
I do.
You're so funny.
I caught him earlier. He was just, I mean, he started.
You got him on camera?
Well, I didn't really I got him screaming because he started on that end over where the guys were.
Right.
And then he made his way over here and he was just, and he was like, he sat down and he was screaming, cussing, and then I was like, I don't know if he's
right at the bottom.
What?
He's
10
where?
feet from my van.
Oh, he is.
It's towards the river.
Oh.
Right next to your van, or where those rolls were. Okay.
Other campers were awake too, all worried and unsure what was going on. They called the police for help.
Well, thank you for calling us. We appreciate it. She's gonna be leaving there shortly. She's gonna be returning to her campsite for the evening.
Oh, that's a woman?
Yes.
Oh.
I have no idea. This is a woman.
No, well, there was a male subject that was down there with her. Yeah, I guess he left. He's driving a white Jeep. He went into town, so we're gonna see if we can't find him.
That's not true.
No,
That's not true.
Yeah, that happened long before we heard anything.
She's been here by herself the whole time.
Okay.
Screaming at somebody that wasn't there.
Right. She has a history of drug use.
Lord.
She is a local from the area, but she does state that they are camping down the river a little ways. She plans on returning to that campsite here shortly. I let her know that if there's any more outbursts, any more screaming noises, whatever like that, we'll come back out, and then she'll be transported and be living with us. So, as it sits right now, we're going to go try to find him, make sure he's okay.
No one was hurt, but the night left everyone shaken. Two friends were driving along a narrow forest road late at night. They'd heard rumors about an old gated area nearby, but the place was darker and more isolated than they expected. Then, out of nowhere, they saw it. A figure sitting in the middle of the road.
Wait, what is that?
What the fuck? Wait, cut it. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck, dude? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, bro, what?
Fuck, I'm fucking out, dude. Oh my god.
Is it? Wait, no, yo, he might need help. That looks like a guy.
You think it's a person?
Yeah. He looks at...
Alright.
Hey, are you okay?
You alright?
Check it out.
No, don't get fucking out. Don't get out. You insane?
He might need help.
Dude, I'm fucking shocked.
They slowed down, thinking it might be someone who needed help. But then, this happened.
Hey, are you okay?
You alright? I don't know, I'm backing up a little bit.
I don't...
What the fuck?
Oh,
what the
fuck?
fuck?
Yo,
Go!
Go!
Was it a trap? Maybe a twisted prank? Or did they witness something they were never meant to see that night? For more camping encounters, just watch this next video.